everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast Unleashed on the HermitCraft Feed the Beast server. Oh yeah. So guys, last episode we were working on making some mead, and our little meadery is right over here. And since last episode, it has filled all the way up, completely 100% full. Very cool. So the tank is ready to go. So what we want to work on today is we want to start putting some things inside the base of the barrel or cask or keg or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, we want to make it kind of like a bar in here. So I've got some resources together. I've already pre-made some things. I might have to go make some more things, but I got most of what I want already made. What we're going to use is spruce wood stairs, some spruce wood slabs, trap doors, paintings, item frames, glass bottles, spruce potion shelves. Those are from Bibliocraft. Those are pretty cool. I'm going to use some of these barrels. I already have one full of short mead. Let's see what else. I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, it's nothing super fancy, but it's going to make it look a little bit better in here. So one of the first things that I want to do, let's get some light in here. When it's nighttime, it is pretty dark inside of there. When it gets daytime, the sun shines through and it shines through the tank, so we get direct sunlight all the way in here, so it seems brighter, but yeah, at nighttime, not so good. So let's grab an item frame. In fact, we'll do two of them. We'll put some item frames here and there. We want some trap doors. Let's put a trap door in here and here. And finally, we will put some torches on that block. So what that does is it makes it look like the torch is being held by a torch holder, but when in reality, it's just a trap door. It looks pretty cool. I like that effect. I've seen some people using this before on like creative servers. It really looks pretty good. I like it. So we want to get a bar set up in here. So let's do that. So we need some of these spruce wood stairs. And I think we're going to start the bar right there. Switch over to these half slabs. Let's go ahead and bring this over a few blocks. And then we'll take another one of these trap doors, and we will use this as a way to get behind the bar. Very cool. Okay, so bartender's back here doing his thing. And yeah, you can walk up in here and walk over the bar if you have the force armor on, but so we want to put some stuff on display in here as well. So let's go ahead and take care of that. We have these spruce potion shelves, which are pretty cool. So we can stick some of these back here, maybe along the bottom too. Stick one here and here. Yep, that uses up all of them. That's actually pretty good. So on these potion shelves, I think you might be able to put empty bottles and things. So we can put things for display, and they do show up. So that's really awesome. We can also put full bottles in there, and those will also display, which is pretty good. So we can kind of just mix and match the empty ones and the full ones. So in order to get these full ones, we're going to need to do this action. Just go ahead and click some of these as they fill up. Okay, very good. So you can come over here and maybe, can we do like a, what is it? Is it a control shift click? No, that only does one. I thought there's a way that you could do it so it clicks most of those in there, but we could do something like that. They don't all have to be full, but we do want stuff to be on these shelves so it looks like there's things going on. So the bottom ones down here we will probably save for these barrels. Barrels fill up the same exact way. Just throw them in here, but the barrels do 10. Yeah, look at that stacks. They do 10 buckets worth of stuff in them, so it's going to use quite a bit of the short mead. So that'll go ahead and refill over time. The machine will just kick on upstairs. So we can take these and put some of these barrels down here, just kind of spread them out a little bit. Unfortunately, on the potion shelves, they do look like they're empty, but they are in fact full. That's too bad. It would be nice if it showed the orange that they were in fact full, but nope, sadly. So we can throw a few more of these in here. Just go ahead and get these going. Maybe some more empties, that like that. Oh, you know what? I was also going to get like a flower pot for cups that we could put on here. That would look pretty cool. What else? I think back here we also want some more light. So maybe we'll do a few more of these item frame actions. Like right behind here. Do some more of the trap doors. And finally, we just put some torches on those. Whoop. Put torches on the block. Okay, that looks pretty good, I think. Right, so now we also have like this upper part, and I was thinking we'd throw some paintings up there. There aren't very good paintings in the default pack, but some of them might work. So maybe we will stick one. Hopefully we'll get the 2x2 paintings. Can I get that back, please? Okay, so there's a 2x2. Maybe, yeah, there we go. One over there, not bad. Maybe we'll stick some more over here. Whoa, that's a big one. I don't know, maybe the paintings make it look a little too busy. I'm not sure, but it's better than just having the blank wall. No, we don't want two of the same one. Nope. I don't know where those paintings are going. Can I get another? There we go. And then spider. Okay. So, I don't know. You guys tell me. The paintings might make it look a little too busy in here, but maybe this one's just too much. It just feels like we need another 2x1 painting. Oh, I can keep clicking on these. Am I putting more paintings down? Am I putting paintings on top of paintings? That's weird. I didn't know you could do that. Okay, give me all those back. Yeah, we don't want... I want another, like, 2 tall one. There we go. Yeah, that's not too bad. And then over here, these are kind of weird. Maybe we'll get rid of this guy. Okay. So, the interior here is looking pretty good. People can come in. They can get, you know, a brew... Oh, no! They can get a brew off of the potion shelf if they want one. Otherwise, they can, you know, fill up their keg. If they bring in their own barrel, they can stick it in here and take back 10 buckets worth of mead. Pretty cool. That is unfortunate. I didn't want that. Oh, no, and I broke the wrong one. Okay, let's see if we can get another one. Another 2x2 painting. Break you. No. No, although the creeper one, you kind of have to have the creeper. Yeah, we need another 2. Yeah, there we go. Okay, enough with the paintings. Think we're good. Yep. Looks pretty good to me. Okay, so I think that is going to be the last stuff that we needed to do in here. Some people are saying I should change out the floor, and I should put in some type of a different floor. The only other thing I could think of that we would do is maybe like a birch wood, some kind of a light color wood. I'm not really sure. You guys give me suggestions of what else I could do in here to make this look a little bit better. Like I said, I was thinking about some flower pots we could stick on this bar. And in fact, I do want to go do that real quick. So let's head back to my... Ooh. Head back to my little area here. Do we have any clay? I have clay balls. Do we have any brick? I do. I think you make a bucket out of the bricks. There we go. So maybe we'll take like 2 flower pots. Okay, so adding a couple of cups to the bar itself would probably make that look a little bit better. We could, oh, I don't know, maybe use a lever or something to look like, you know, a fountain tap or something. Put a flower pot there and there. That looks good. We could try this. Maybe something like that. I don't know. I've never been really good at, you know, creative kind of stuff like this, but I think that kind of gets the idea across. I mean, it looks like there's stuff going on in here anyway, so that's good enough for me. All right, guys, so I think that's probably going to wrap up this project. But earlier today, Slipgator wanted me to join him for some shenanigans. Apparently, there's some pranking going on. And then he was trying to get a little bit of extra power going to his crazy fast IC2 machines. So I'm going to end this part of the episode for now, and we'll jump into that other footage with Slipgator. All right, guys, see you in a bit.
Me.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm recording.
Me. You.
That's going in the video now.
Me. Blowing my nose.
That's in the video. Good job.
To prepare.
I told you I was recording.
And we're back at Hypno's recording, and I figured out how to make warded stone, which took me like literally 3 hours of research. What up, Hips?
What's up? How you doing?
What up? Pretty good, man.
So you made some warded stone. What are you doing with that?
Well, I made some stuff and things. I told you didn't get to see it, but Top Mass he gave me a present, and he kind of remodeled my base.
Oh.
So I thought I'd give him a present.
Okay.
Yeah, and so just to thank you, I want to give him like a thank you sign.
Thank you sign.
So put just a piece of warded stone right there that can only be removed by me. By using a casting wand like this. But for now, we don't need to do that. But yeah, I just want to give him this sign to say thank you.
So thank you for turning your base pink.
Thank you for turning my base pink. Slip. And I thought I'd just put that right here. He has a nice sign as kind of a thank you to him.
I think you'll like that.
Yeah. I think it's going to be great. And then, you know that DMAC built the dirt farm for me.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, and so I built him a meat jacuzzi. You want to go check out the meat jacuzzi?
A meat jacuzzi?
Yeah, man, it's a meat jacuzzi.
Yeah, let's go check that out. That'll be awesome.
All right, cool. Yeah, so here's the meat jacuzzi. Thanks for the dirt farm. Here's a gift in return. The meat jacuzzi.
That's awesome. The meat jacuzzi.
It's so warm.
Ooh. Whoa.
Kind of moves you around. The bubbles kind of move you around a little bit.
Wait, I saw bubbles. Was that you?
No, it's just the meat jacuzzi.
Okay.
It bubbles.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Yes,
It wasn't me.
This is lovely. I like it.
It wasn't me. Yeah, it's really warm.
And bubbly.
Warm.
And it kind of like slimes you around a little bit. Ugh.
Yeah, it kind of like lubes you up down there to get ready for like walking around a lot in your armor.
Right. Walking around. Gotcha. Yeah.
It's like armor lubrication.
Seems legit.
Yeah, it's like a thing now. It's I think they're actually adding it officially in the next version of Unleashed.
Right. So that's gonna be in like the 1.6 version, huh?
Yeah, 1.6. Well, in Unleashed, there is going to be a new version called Unmeat, which is not going to have any of the meat in it.
Oh, I got you. Right. Yeah, unmeat.
Yeah, there's going to be, Unleashed, Unhinged, Unmeat.
Yeah, the meat is kind of OP, if you ask me. The liquid
meat is OP. That's why I like it so much. So I thought the warded thing, I thought those were good presents for these guys because they gave me such good presents. So, yeah.
I think Thomas will definitely like the warded block, but I don't think that's as good of a present as the meat jacuzzi for DMAC.
No, this is kind of next level.
Yeah, this is definitely.
All right, so we're back at the 1.8 with Hypnotizd.
Hello.
And we're going to set up the EV for this IC2 system now. So I'm pretty psyched about it just because I don't like my power being slow. It bothers me.
Yeah, so you're going to get rid of all those get rid of all these MFSUs and just replace it with one EV? Or are you going to...
Yeah, I'm going to get rid of all of these and replace it with one I'm going to use 3 steam consumers, 3 energy bridges, or 1 energy bridge, and 1 EV producer, and I think that should do it.
I would say so. That should definitely take care of your power problems.
Yeah, I want to make sure that there's an ample supply of the powers. I like having power.
Power's good.
I mean, yeah. Well, especially in this, I always got kind of irritated that... Oh,
there.
Whoa. So I always get kind of irritated that you have the ability... you kind of could make EV, but it's not... You need to have the steam producers to really give you the real EVs, you know what I mean?
But there's really not a whole lot of uses for EV in this pack, whereas in the Ultimate pack, say we had Greg Tech with all sorts of crazy machines. But
Yeah.
Now, do these IC2 machines... Oh, you have 3 transform upgrades. Does that make it so it accepts the EV?
Yep.
Okay.
So now it'll accept EV like native.
That's awesome.
And so, yeah, this is going to be pretty rad. I'm really excited. I really get I don't know what it is. For a long time now, IC2 machines and EV, I just get really excited. I really like it.
Calm down. So here's a question for you: have you ever hooked up EV to one of these machines, in the past? No. So I'm curious. I'm curious how many of these overclocker upgrades that you can put in there if you're putting in EV, because you have 16 right now.
They run at the same speed regardless of the. Oh, you mean how high could I go?
Right.
Oh, well, over a certain amount of overclockers, the machine gets to be basically more than 1 operation per tick, so it's ineffective. It won't process more than one operation per tick, and I believe that 16 that's where you're at. It's maxed.
So one
So you
operation
could-
per tick. So you're saying you can do 20 items per second. So a stack in 4.5 seconds. If I can math, I can't math.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah,
3
it's
seconds.
something like that. Well, it's not. I mean, it's faster than that even. These are already faster than that. But so let's take. What do you think? How's this gonna work? Let's get our EV consumer and turn it into an EV producer, and maybe stick it here.
Okay,
I'd
so
like for it
that
to-
the cable you're running though, that high
the
voltage
4x
cable.
insulated. Yeah,
How far away does that go before it starts losing power? Isn't it 4 blocks?
4
or 3
blocks. Yeah, 4 blocks.
So maybe
we might want to put it in the center.
Right.
Yeah, and then move the ME cable over a little bit, like so.
Yep, I think you got it.
All right, let me see here. Need some more cables. I don't have all the cables. So we'll get this cable over here. Like here, so, and one of them. And one of them. Bam. All right, so now we're good there. Yeah, get rid of this bad boy. Bad boy. And give me some more abyssal. I wish I had voice commands. That's what they should add in the next version.
ME, give me cable.
Yeah. ME cable. And it's like, and then it goes, yes, master.
I keep running on your glass here. It's like making me think I'm running on water. It's crazy.
Making you swim.
Yeah.
So I've never done. I'm just trying to think how this works. I only need the single energy bridge, right? And then hook up steam consumers like here, here, and here.
Exactly. Yep. And then you could put like one tesseract between the two, and it can share, or you can put one on each one, or however you want to do it.
Like so.
That works.
And then we'll go ahead and go. No, we need owner receive steam. Bam. Owner receive steam. Bam. Owner receive steam. Bam. All right. So now it's receiving the steams.
Do you want me to put in like a stack of something so you can? Oh, you could probably do it from the back, right? Just click on the machine, maybe.
Well, you could. Let's go ahead and why don't you come up to my system here and grab a bunch of raw meat ingots. They're right at the top. They're right like in the beginning there, so they're easy to find.
You want me to touch your meat?
Yeah. Just touch a bunch of my meat.
Okay. I'm
Just
grabbing your meat by the handfuls. Whoop, that's iron.
Okay.
That's not meat.
Grab handfuls of my meat.
Okay.
And then you can fill your inventory if you have it full.
Yeah, I have all of your meat in my inventory.
All right, you got all my meat in your bag? Okay. Then come over here. Why don't you use, doesn't matter, the left one?
Okay, yeah.
Left machine and just start pumping them in.
Oh, that was ridiculous.
Oh, it's not producing as much power as I thought it would.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, you are running low.
Yeah, it's not really
So I
producing
wonder
as
if
much power as I thought it would.
I wonder if you're running low on steam.
Oh, wow. It's not putting... Yeah, I'm not getting the throughput from steam that I would normally have.
So what's going on here? Click on the thing. IC2 EV out. Ooh, it's only doing 100.
150?
Okay, so something's wrong. Where else are you using your steam? Oh, right. So you
know
have the steam going into the tesseracts through one block.
I'm only getting what is being made by the boilers. Oh, wait.
So
maybe.
Yeah, here's the problem though. Each one of the blocks on the steam boilers puts out a certain amount of steam. It's limited. So you need to put liquid tesseracts all over like one side of it and then have those going into your tesseracts.
You mean liquid ducts?
Did I not say liquid ducts?
No, I think you said liquid tesseracts.
Right. So you need to put liquid ducts all over. Like what I did at my base is I put them between like in here so they can share, and then I put some tesseracts in there too so it can pipe the steam wirelessly. Yep, just like that. You'll probably have to wrench them so they connect though.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get in there and wrench them. All right, let's go ahead and let's just get like one level done here. And we'll wrench you. And we'll wrench you. And then we could put like a tesseract just right on top.
I would stick it right in the middle between So it can get steam from both steam boilers and the surrounding liquid ducts.
All right. So then let me see what we think would be. We'll just go, let's go like so.
Mm-hmm.
And then pull.
Put one right where you're standing.
Like right like that?
Yep. In my setup, I have two in the center, so where you're standing, then one above it. I think that might be overkill, and I have that same setup between all four of my steam boilers. So I'm using like a total of 8 tesseracts and a whole bunch of liquid ducts. That might be
Let's just take a
overkill.
look.
I don't know, but I mean,
I like it though.
It certainly gets the job done.
I have always liked overkill and Feed the Beast, especially if it's lag free.
Right.
If your overkill is lag free, then I say overkill it. So we can then pop this guy off and stick it in here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Liquid duct. Oh, I can get up. And then we can kind of go like this too.
But at some point, you're going to be using more liquid ducts than what you really need.
Yeah.
Because the steam boilers can only output so much. Yeah, the steam seems to be holding up, though. You'll know you're using all the steam that it can produce when the steam level gets about 50% in the boiler.
I could also, just to increase the amount of output I have, couldn't I add some tesseracts to the bottom of these valves and set them as, instead of steam? I was wondering about that. I could set, like, say, 9 tesseracts just underneath this tank, and then kind of set the tesseracts up separately so that only some pump into the tank, and then that's like the input of the steam, and then the bottom where the tesseracts are hooked to the tank are the output of the steam.
I think you need to pipe out, so you would need a liquid duct and extract mode to go into that tesseract.
Well, let's set this up real quick.
Mm-hmm.
The way your idea that you have here, this that you've used previously, which I think is really rad. Let's take this and do this, and then check the power consumption.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, cool. All right, and we're back, and we got all of the special Hypnotizd brand steam boiler liquid duct, copyright, trademark,
TM.
thinking. Yeah, that's all working. This is pretty much how you had it set up, right?
More or less, yeah.
All right, so now let's go ahead and take a look at the system over here.
Mm-hmm.
Just see, these are charged up.
Should we start spamming meat?
Let's see. Let me just see if the bridge is doing anything right now. So, I don't know. For some reason, it's accepting 2 millibuckets per tick of steam, but I'm not really worried about that.
Yeah, I think that's normal.
Yeah, looks seems legit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah, let's just start spamming meat. See what happens.
All right, I'm gonna throw your meat into the furnace.
Put my meat in there. Bam, bam, bam.
My thing's lagging. I don't know if that's a server.
No, it should take a second for it to start pumping out the meat.
Okay, the power is still going down though.
Yeah, it's going down really fast. Like, and it isn't not normal for that to happen. Because let's take a look and see.
Well, this thing says it's putting out 1.2 KEU a tick.
Yeah,
so we got
it should be doing.
One steam is full.
One's maxed out, and the other ones aren't.
Yeah.
So basically, we are not, or I am not, providing this energy bridge with the maximum amount of steam that I could. So I wonder if the bottleneck is in the... No, it's not the tesseracts, because the tesseracts, you can see the one is giving 1,000, and the other ones aren't. So the bottleneck's back at the boiler system again, right? Yeah, it has to be.
I'm going to say if we put these tesseracts between, they can kind of share.
But still, if only the one was putting out 1,000 MB per tick, it means that we're not providing it with enough steam.
Well, I think the consumers are limited to 1,000 MB a tick. That's the maximum they can do.
Right, and only one of them was doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying is we were only giving it enough steam for one of the consumers to accept 1,000, and the other ones we just weren't giving it enough steam.
That could be.
So
yeah.
So I think the bottleneck's back at the boiler system.
So you think you're just not making enough steam?
I think so, man. Well, oh wait, now take a look at this.
It's stuck on 192 EU tick. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's like throttle, but both of these now are taking 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, you know what? One of them's not turned on. That's why.
Oh, well, that would that might explain it.
Receive steam. Bam. All right, take a look at it now. What do we got going on there?
So it's only
Yeah,
saying
he's-
1.1 KEU a tick when I know I've had this before, so it said 2 KEU a tick.
Yeah, it should do 2048. So we're not giving it enough
Oh.
steam, man.
You know what I think I did before? I think I had 4 steam consumers hooked up to one of these.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. Let's play with the system a little bit more and come back and see if we can get this thing to work the right way.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. All right, we're back, Hypno. Go ahead and tell everybody what you were just telling me.
So I was just saying, I gave you explicit instructions on what you needed to do for the steam boilers to get the maximum amount of steam out of them, right?
That's correct,
And-
you did.
And you did this.
And I did
So
this.
what are we looking at here?
We're looking at the maximum amount of liquid ducts that you could interface with a high-pressure steam boiler.
So every single block has at least one or more liquid ducts on it.
Yes, because I was confused. So we didn't realize until just the end that Hypno had said that each square meter of high pressure boiler tank can output 20 MB of steam per tick. So I heard in my brain that each side can output 20 MB per tick. Now that's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
So because there are there's 36 square meters of boiler. There's 36 individual blocks, but there's more than that amount of sides. So I thought it was per side. So I said, well, we'll just hook up one to each one because the liquid ducts have a maximum throughput of 160 MB per tick.
Right.
And then the liquid duct or the tesseracts, from what I understand, I can't find any concrete information about them, but I believe that they are throttled on input, even though it doesn't say that, but there's no throttle on output. So there are 2 tesseracts in the center, which you can't really see. There's one there and one there, and each in between each one of these systems. And then I also put tesseracts around the outside of the bottom of the tank and added some more liquid ducts to those. I just figured, why use a sledgehammer when we could use a bigger sledgehammer?
Right. I mean, it's more steam, obviously.
Right. And the reason that we're doing this is because no matter kind of what we tried, we couldn't get the maximum of 2,000 EU per tick to be constant, right?
We were close, though. Very, very close.
Yeah, so let's run the test again just so we
Yeah.
can show everybody how close we were.
Let's grab a little bit more
I'm
meat.
Get a bunch of my meat in your bag.
Yeah, I'm putting all your meat in me.
Get your meat. Get a bunch of your meat in my I have to let's just go
All
in
right.
here then.
So I'm cooking your meat.
All right, putting my meat inside of these things. And then what we're looking to do is drain the internal storage of the energy bridge. So go ahead and keep meeting in there. You can see we're producing 2,000 EU per tick, or 2048 true EV is coming out here. And these aren't pinned. This one tesseract, or this one area, is not pinned. So once we get to the end here, once there's no more internal charge, it drops to 1.8 or 1.9K, so it's pretty close. But not all of these are outputting the maximum amount of steam still. We're still getting this fluctuation, which, I don't know, it may just be that the internal pressure, like, it just won't, steam just doesn't work that way. I don't know.
I
But you'd
still
think-
think that you need another boiler, but that might just be
But-
me.
I can't imagine, because look at all these. I mean, we're not even barely draining the steam out of here. And the tank, I don't know.
Yeah,
it just
that is
seems-
really odd, actually, because when I've run my steam boilers before, like, I'll see the steam go down about halfway. It'll be sitting at halfway down. So maybe there's just too many tesseracts. Maybe there's... Oh, yeah, this one over here on the this side is going halfway down. So maybe it's
But then
draining the steam out of one of them, and then it'll do it out of the other ones.
Yeah, this one on the back is even further down.
So, yeah, I think we are capping out on the maximum amount the steam boilers can produce.
Yeah, wow. And then, but using the additional, I mean, I added 8 more tesseracts to the tank. I don't know. It just seems odd that we're not getting 4,000 MB per tick into these machines. And for those of you that are thinking that we didn't add enough Tesseracts over here, because I thought we only needed one, but we needed more, so we added a couple more, and then I actually added another one here and another one here on top, so that each one of the Steam consumers was touching 2. And when we did that, it actually seemed that it made the fluctuation in the amount of EU per tick, it fluctuated more and had lower, the lower threshold was even lower.
Right.
So, with this configuration, it was like between 1.8 and 1.9. And when we had the additional Tesseracts, it was like going from like, what was it, 1.6 or something?
Yeah, something like that.
And now so it's better to have less. I don't know if anybody out there in TV land has any idea why this isn't giving us 2,000 EU per tick consistently. I would love to know. But I am thinking that I might hook up 2 of these systems right here, 1 to each side. I might make another one just to make it redonkulous, so I'm getting 2 EV inputs into the system.
Wouldn't you need 4 more steam boilers?
Yeah, maybe I'll have to build 4 more steam boilers too.
Oh man, you didn't go crazy with the steam.
If I build 4 more, I might as well build like a total of 16 or something. I don't know. I just can't believe I can't get enough power out of this stuff. Like, I just want massive amounts of ridiculous power. Why is there no power, Hypno?
Need more steam, more boilers.
All right, man. Well, thanks for hanging out and kind of playing around with this stuff with me. It was really fun.
Yeah,
it's
but
obnoxious.
I think this contraption you have right here was well worth the time.
yeah, it's good. I hope your peeps like it. If they see this, I hope they like it.
Oh my goodness, guys. So yeah, what'd you think of that contraption that Slip made with all those Tesseracts and liquid ducts? My goodness, my goodness. I think he went a little overboard there. So if you guys liked what you saw with him, I would suggest checking out his channel. He is one of our newer HermitCraft members. He doesn't have a lot of subscribers, but he does make some good quality content. I mean, as you can see here, his base is really amazing. I know I've shown his base in a few other episodes, but yeah, this guy is pretty good. I would check him out if you haven't already. All right, guys, that is going to do it for today. I'm going to drink a little bit of short mead here and, just relax, hang out in the bar. Might have to get myself a bartender or something. I don't know, maybe a villager would make a pretty good bartender. We'll have to see. I was hoping that I would get the nausea effect from this, but doesn't look like that's going to happen. There we go, there we go. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.